Christianson with Tenacious Ventures, and I'm here today with Celine Brozovich. And so we're going to hear about a little bit about your company today, Bekenji. Is that correct? Did I say it
Yes.
right? Great. So go ahead and give us a little bit of background of what you're doing, what your company does, and what some of the services you provide are.
I help people look at their health from a holistic standpoint, especially professionals, so that they can be more productive, be happier doing what they enjoy doing, and ensure that they age gracefully with their full brain.
That's awesome. So tell us, how do you do that?
How do I do that? Number one, I talk about it. This engineer here talks. I talk to raise the awareness that we do not have to go through our professional lives sluggish, unhappy. And then I coach and I do workshop, half a day, full day, or a 9-week program.
That's awesome. And so when you're doing those sorts of programs, um, obviously you're going to be presenting, but are there other sorts of things that people can expect if they were to sign up for one of those?
Yes, the program is based on the 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine. I am an engineer, so I need something that is scientifically proven. So, lifestyle medicine is that new branch of medicine that is growing very fast. So, throughout the program, we look at the 6 pillars. So, if you want, the 6 pillars are very simple.
Mhm.
If you want to maintain that total health,
Yeah.
both mental and physical, look at what you put in your mouth, your nutrition. Look at what you do with your mind and soul. Are you meditating? How are you managing your stress? Third, look at what you're doing with your body. Are you exercising? Are you sleeping? Are you taking advantage of the sun in terms of vitamin D? And do you know what your purpose in life is? Because if you don't know what you are on this earth for, this is another source of stress. And then one pillar that we don't talk enough about are emotions, connectedness, and part of it is forgiveness. Are you forgiving? We'll talk a little bit more about forgiveness because I'm passionate about it, because this is a holdup for a lot of people when it comes to taking care of both their physical and their mental health. And then you have the other aspect. What environment are you living in? Usually, when we talk about the environment, we're talking about nature and all. But sometimes the environment is your own house. How messy is that place? Who are the people you are living with? How toxic is that environment? And it also applies to the work environment. How toxic is it? Are you psychological safe where you are working? Voila. So those are the 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine. And when you manage it in partnership with your medical doctors, your psychotherapists, your counselors, I can tell you, you're putting those chronic diseases away, you're having a strong mental health, and you feel vibrant and energized all day long with that mental clarity that you need. And you are much more happier too.
You pretty much have parted the clouds because even I see this glowing sort of aura starting to come around you even now.
Thank you. This is the best compliment I've received.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
it actually happened just now.
I believe in it. I
Yeah.
believe in it because 80 years ago, I left a career in corporate America. I collapsed, total burnout, even became suicidal. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, weight gain, you name it, I was a mess. And when I learned from Dr. Clay, a medical doctor from Providence Regional Medical Center, about lifestyle medicine, and I applied it, the results were amazing. And I decided that I am going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I have to go talk to people and tell them we don't have to believe in some wackery, some here, all of those bizarre things that are out there, that there are things out there serious based on science that can help you live the life that you deserve.
Yeah, when even some of the stuff that you say there, we produce so many live shows for clients of ours. One of them that we do is actually for the medical community, and everything you say there resonates. Where I've heard doctors say people aren't sleeping enough, they aren't exercising, they're not drinking enough water, and if they just did some of these very basic things, their health would dramatically improve. And so to hear them that as an infrastructure thing just to keep ourselves healthy, and then you expand upon that with some of the emotional health and all the support that's needed there, that sounds exactly in alignment with what I've heard from some of the health community at some of the shows we've done in the past. So that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and this is so true. We need more and more people, more and more doctors, and more serious individual to come and talk to people. There is no reason for a 12-year-old to have diabetes. Type 2 diabetes at 12-year-old? No.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that you bring in the environment too, because that's definitely something that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about necessarily. They'll talk about the individual responsibilities, but not necessarily go all the way to environmental analysis.
Oh, yeah. The environment plays such a big role. For example, if you take the environment in terms of nature, in Japan, they have a study that says when you go do what is called forest bathing, just go sit calmly in the forest with trees. The trees actually emit some kind of chemical that is good for your stress management. And it's free,
Yeah.
especially here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, that's amazing. So one question that I had as you were talking there too with a lot of this stuff is, in my mind, I kind of like, as you were speaking, I see this historical evolution of humanity and kind of how over time there's different cultural trends, different cultural things, like this move into like a strong work culture, and like you said, getting corporate burnout. So have you seen any trends that have like changed and ebbed and flowed over time, basically with the changing culture that you address and you kind of specifically talk to as you see these things starting to emerge?
Thank you for that question. The changes, we have changes in different aspects. Number one, from a cultural perspective, it's social media. For our teenagers, for our children, for our young adults, this is poison. If you are a parent looking at me, there is a new research that is out showing that our teenagers, our young adults are having more depression. Why? Because of the amount of time they spend on social media. Please reduce the hours that the children are spending on social media. Second, cultural changes. People are not eating at home anymore. Everybody's eating out. People don't want to cook. People want to eat quick, processed food. No, go for food, whole food, complete food. You don't have to become a chef to eat healthy. And learn to eat at home. Break the bread with your family. Break the bread with your friends. There is health in food.
Yeah, I can definitely see both of those. I literally recently, like 2 weeks ago, read a study and a case study of a parent who basically their kid was depressed, getting bad grades in school, diagnosed with ADHD. And one of the things they did, they just took away all the technology, all the devices, and left them to have to use their imagination, think on their own. And literally within about like a 2 to 3 month span of time, their kids started getting better grades, having better focus. So it definitely made me reflect on like the impact that devices can have, especially on kids. So it's interesting, yeah, to hear that as your observation for what you're seeing there. So
And
go ahead.
the other one, sugar, white sugar. Get off that white thing. There is nothing good about it. You don't pay for it today, you'll pay for it when you age. Your brain is going to remind you that you fed me white sugar for too long. You have options out there to replace it.
Yeah, that's actually something I've been trying to do more of actually is cut down sugar. So again, like spot on. That's definitely like what I've heard and felt too. So that's amazing. So if people want to get a hold of you and hear more about the service that you offer, how do they do that?
Google my name, Celine Anelone Brozovich, CELINE Brozovich, or go on the web from how number two wow. So from how to wow.com, you'll find me.
Great. Thank you so much for coming. And it's been awesome talking to you and hearing all these little golden nuggets that you have to share with us.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate. And I hope if we have changed one person, we have won.
Great. I agree. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.